Hello everybody, Antoinette is back again. Today I'm going to show art for 2, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds to keep them busy at home during this time. You use what you have at home, and I just want the moms or the dads to assist. There's some things you have to prepare beforehand, but then you can just let them have fun and enjoy, and if you want to, you create with them and just play and enjoy. I'm going to show you 5 types of art that you can do with your little ones. The first one is bubble art. Now I made one beforehand, and you will see it's just splash and bubbles and just play. It's a bit messy, so you will see I have a cloth or towel, or old cloth or towel you have, or you can just let it outside if you have a garden and let them play outside on the cloth or towel, or inside the cloth on whatever you have, and then you can just have fun and enjoy. And the paper I use is just cotton paper, but you can use any paper that is available, and just let it dry after every project is created and just have fun. I used acrylic, and I did 2 buckets. You can use yogurt, whatever you have, old yogurt or Tupperware, whatever buckets you have, and then you just put a amount of paint. I just mixed an amount of paint, and you put it inside with a bit of water, and then you put liquid for the dishes, and then you're gonna just mix it around and let it have a water consistency, and it must look like this when you're done. So it's a little bit watery when you're using it. Okay, now what the effect is, we're going to do it with bubbles. We're going to do it with a straw, and we're also gonna play with a bottle. Now how did I do this? This is just an old bottle, it can be any of this type, and you just cut off the bottom part, and then you use anything that you use for your vegetables. That little bag you get with your vegetables, you just cut it and then just put it around at the bottom, that it makes this effect. And then you just use a rubber and you connect it. If you don't have a rubber, you can use sellotape or whatever will hold this from falling off, because you're going to drip this part into the water. Okay, so let me show you what you're going to do. First things first. Now I have 2 type of patterns. I make a purple and a yellow, but you can do any color. What you have, you use. You can use watercolor, you can use acrylic color that is a bit thinned with water. Just watercolor or acrylic is the best. So what you have, you use. Even if you have powdered paint and you can make it with water, that is fine as well. But remember to put the dishwashing liquid as well, because that will make the bubbles. So let me show you. Now you have this one I made already, and you gonna dunk it. You see it making these bubbles. So then you have to blow it, so it makes that bubble effect. The same with the yellow one. Again, you have your bubbles. So now what you now do is you take your like it is like this, you dip it. So your little one must take the bottle and dip it in the paint, put it in, and then just blow. You see the bubbles? And you just slowly blow, making the bubble effect. And that is what you're going to do. And then you can just turn your paper and do it on this side as well. I'm putting it closer to the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Turning the paper. You see the effect it makes, and you let it dry. And then the next one. No wonder if it's messy, it doesn't care. You just blow and enjoy. So all your little one doing is just blow. And you can show him in the start what he must do, he or she. And you just enjoy. You see? And now you let it dry. But while you're waiting to let it dry, you can use the straw as well. So there you have your straw. And you dip it inside the water. And you can do this. So it makes a lot of splats. All you do is you blow. Yeah. And there you have your bubble art. And I can just enjoy and play and create. And I can just having fun. So I hope I could have given you the first one. You can let it dry. You can use an heat gun, whatever you have available, hair dryer, or you can leave it in the sun. Now let's go on to the next one. Okay, now back to the second one. So what we're now going to do is we're going to show the little ones how to make cotton painting. So that is real easy. If you have cotton at home, or if you have a paper towel at home, whatever you have, then you take this and you use it. Now the cotton wool, we just make a little ball. And if you have picks, washing picks, you just clip it like this. Then it will make a little ball. So because it's 3 colors, we got to make 3 balls. Again, you make it a little ball, and you take your pick, because this will be their little brushes. And then another one. And remember, you throw it away afterwards, because you already used it, so you're not going to keep it again. There you have your 3 brushes. Okay. Then you have a paper plate. This is where you're gonna mix your paint if they want to play or whatever, because this will be your type of canvas. So there's that. And this is a design I made because it's Easter. I decided to make a little Easter egg. So they're just gonna play. So what you then do is you take a piece of paper or cardboard or whatever you have available, and you make it closed. So then you take your scissor and you cut the Easter egg. Can be any size, any big, small, whatever you want. You can make it just a bit rounder there. And if you're done, you just got that. And there you have your little egg. So now you're going to paint on this side. And there you have your egg. Now what you're going to do now, you have your pen, you have your paint. So what you're going to do now is you have your pig and your cotton wool. So what you're going to do, you can do any design. I just made the one design like this one, but they can play and enjoy themselves. That's how fun of it is, just to play and enjoy and to keep them busy and be creative. Okay, so let us start. So what they do is for instance, okay, we're going to start with the red. So what we do is we take that You just test it there. Okay, that's fine. So now we just start there. There's your red. And then you just put it on the side. So then you tell them to do this and to put it on the side again. The blue. Just test it there, make it, let it mix, because it's the cotton wool must mix. And then we just paint with it like this. And then the third one is the yellow. You just take the yellow, put it like that, and you press it, because you're making a little egg. And again, I'm just gonna, for the view, I'm gonna put it this side so you can see with the close up there. Again, you take your red one in the paint, press it, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you put it aside. Then again your blue, press it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put it away, and then the yellow one, we just press it again, 1, 2, 3. And there you have your painted egg with pegs and cotton wool. And I hope the little one will have fun with this one. Okay, so that is the second type. You see, you can make any design, just what you want, and enjoy. Okay, now to the next one. Okay, our third one will also be Easter eggs. The same paint that we used with the previous one, but this time we are going to use earbuds. Now everybody, I think, have earbuds in home, especially if you have the little ones. So what you take is you're going to use 3 earbuds, and you have a rubber, and you're going to tie it together, that it makes a little tool. And there you have your tool. Now they are going to paint with this side and this side. So what we're now going to do is we still have our paper plate, and we're still going to paint with it. Okay, so what we do then is, that is our tool. This is the tool I made, just to give you an idea, but then again, they can play and enjoy like they want. Okay, so what you do then is you take your paper, cardboard paper, whatever you have available, and you fold it again, but you keep it like it is. So you're still going to make 2 Easter egg cuts. So you do this, and there you have your 2 Easter eggs. So now they can play. So what you do now is you take your little tool you made for them to paint with, and you put it in the paint. And again, you can test it beforehand to see the thickness. And again, if it's too thick, you just put a little bit of water back, because it can dry, because it's acrylic. So what you now do is you start to paint. So then you do this, and you put it aside. And again, the red, I'm just using that I've already used previously, but you can do your design like you want. And then the next one will be your blue. And you can make any color you want. And then we have purple. Purple. If you want a thicker one, you just do this, because it's your little brush. So they can play and enjoy just like they want. Dip it in. And then again the red. And again the blue. And you just play. A little bit of purple, and there is your bottom. And they don't have to make it precisely like you showed them, but they can just enjoy themselves. Let's do another one. We can just make like flowers. So there, make a flower. You just play. You can see it makes a nice pattern because it's with the rubber together like a little tool. And you can just put that and that and inside that, there you go. And then around, just make another color like this. Just play. Because it's their fun project. Let's put some bit of blue just to give it a bit more color. So there's a blue and a blue. Just have fun. And again, when it's done, you put it in an area with the sun or a dry area where it can dry. And then when it's dry, you can put it in their room or whatever they want to do with it. But just let them feel that they made something special because they're little. They want to play and they want to create. We all must create. So, okay, now on to the next one. Okay, so now our fourth one is going to be a bit more messy like the first one. But I hope you're going to enjoy it with the little ones. I hope you have the items. We're going to use bubble wrap. Usually a lot of people do have bubble wrap at the house. But if you don't have bubble wrap, just make a piece of paper like a ball, and you can use that as well, or a piece of foil or whatever you have at home that can make a texture, and you give that to the little one. So what we're going to do is we're going to make bubble art and just play. Now let us start. So what we're going to do now, we take a piece of paper. It can be paper, cotton, whatever you have. And you have your piece of bubble wrap and you fold it and you cut, and then we have our Easter eggs. So let us play. Now what we have, we still have our paper plate like we used the previous time. So what you're now going to do is you're going to take your paint and you're going to pour a bit in your paper plate. It doesn't matter if it's going to mix because you're going to just play and make nice art. Just a little bit. And I hope you're going to play with them so you can see how they create. And every time you can just leave them and they just play. So again, there's your paper plate. Now you take your bubble wrap and you will see your bubbles must be downward. So what you do is you put your bubble in the paint and you do this. Just lightly. You see? And then they press it like this. And again you take it. Let's make it more purpley. And again you can put more paint to it. And just press it down. Again, let's make another purple one with a bit more paint. And remember, it can be messy. You can see my hands is already full of paint, but that is the fun of it. You can also wear, to help the little one, you can also wear gloves. But for me, it's the fun part, is to get messy. So there you have your purple one. Now you want a bit more color. You can see already there's blue. So then you just take that one, and then it makes lovely colors if it's going to make art. So you just press it down, and again more blue on this side, and then again more blue on this side, and they will love it, just to play and have fun. And now a bit of red. So let's put a bit of red. You can turn it so it gets colored in the red, and again you press it. You see, doesn't matter if it's a bit of more paint there, that's the fun part. Again, let's make a bit of there, And why not go over the side? Remember, you have an old towel or blanket or whatever, it doesn't matter if it gets full of paint. And now a bit of yellow. You can use any color paint as I mentioned. What you have, you use. Let's put it there. And you see the orange coming through? And there's a bit of green coming through. That's the fun. You make your own. And the fun part is, if the little ones made this, you can frame it and hang it against their wall. That they must feel proud of what they made. That's part of art. That's part of creation. So there you go. This is your fourth one I'm showing you. And when you're done, you let it dry. And you put it in the sun. And you frame it for them. And put their name with it, because it's their creation. They must feel proud, and you must encourage them to make more. Now that last one, let's go to that. And now the final one will also be a bit messy, but it will be nice to play with. Again, we're going to use what we have. If we don't have, we make a plan. So first things first, we're going to make flowers. And this is easy. If you have string or wool, we will need this. And if you have a cupcake doily, or any doily, or baby cotton, or whatever you have, use this. So what we then do is we make it like this, and we use a rubber. So we're gonna, like we did with the earbuds, and there you have it. It must look like this, but then you're gonna open it because it must make a flower. So then you're gonna open it and you're gonna press it like a flower. And there is your little flower, because the back part will be the stencil part you're gonna hold, and this will be your little flower. Okay, so now you made your flower. Now you need strings, because we need to make the flowers bottom part. So what we do is we cut a little string. So we're gonna put this as well in the paint. So what we do now, we already have paint in this tray or your paper plate, whatever you have, even if it's a Tupperware lid, that is fine. So now we're gonna do is you turn the page like this, and then you have your little flower. So again, you're gonna drip your paint in your paper plate like this, and it doesn't have to be this colors. You can use any one, acrylic, thinned with water, even watercolors is fine. And then you're gonna press it. So what you do now is you take this, you see, you make it full of paint, and you mix it with all the colors, because it's gonna be a nice color with a little bit of yellow. And then you're gonna press it. So you tell your little one to press it, and there is your one part. Again, you mix it with all the paint, that there's a lovely bit of colors, and you press it. And if that is not fine, then you just go over it and you do that. Make another part of the flower. Again, you just press it. I'm just showing you this side. You're gonna dump it and you're gonna press it. You see the flower coming away? Just moving this so you can see. Again, and you can make many flowers. You can make your whole page flowers, or you just make one flower. It depends on what they want to do. See how lovely the colors is. Now let's make a little bit more yellow. So there you go. There's a yellow one. So that is now that. But we want the strings. So what you do with the string is you put it also in the paint. And then you do this. You just let them make it full of paint. and then you take the string and you let them put it into the center, and you just do this, or you can pull it. So again, you can put a bit more paint. I think we used everything for the flowers, so you can just mix it around again, a bit more blue, and again you take your string and you make it full of paint, and you put it in the center of the flower, and there you go, that's the one. Or you can pull it. So this one, let them play with it, pull it there and just slide it. Again, this one, let it pull it there, press it down or slide it just like you want. And then the final one, there you go, there is your flowers. And to let them make detail, for instance, there's a bit of red, so let us finger paint a little one, the blue in that one, a purple in this one, a red in that one, and so you let them play, and there you made your flowers with a cupcake doily and a little string. And I hope you enjoyed today's 5 ways to keep the little ones busy. 2, 3, 4-year-olds, you can play with them and enjoy themselves, and just enjoy and have fun and use what you have at home. Let me know if you enjoyed it, and hopefully subscribe, like, share. I would love to see the work. Thank you very much. Bye bye.